What's up, everybody? Welcome to Survive and Protect. And check this out, man. I'm ready to answer some more questions in regards to self-defense. And we're going to get started with this question right here. In the martial arts world, right? In the martial arts world, is speed more important than accuracy? Now, this question I got to break down you guys know me when I break down questions. I'm breaking down certain words and how certain things are worded. And in this question, it says in the martial arts world, is speed more important than accuracy? So my thing is, what is the martial arts world? How do you view the martial art world? Are you viewing this and you asking this question from the standpoint of going to a martial arts class, a school, and then eventually where there's the belts involved and you get rank and there's competition involved? Are you asking the question in the sense of looking at it from that standpoint, or are you looking at it from the standpoint of you just got out your car, you get ready to walk in the store, but somebody approaches you and now you have to do some type of attack and you want to know, is speed more important than accuracy? So I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna answer it in both ways. That way it'll give anybody who watches this video some perspective. So let's start with the martial arts world. Let's go from the standpoint of you going to a school, martial arts school, taekwondo school, whatever, and eventually you're gonna move up in belt rank, white, yellow, green, blue, so on and so forth. And part of that being up in rank requires you to do certain things, certain testings, or from the standpoint of your training, because you're going to be fighting in the ring in this structured environment to a degree. And so is speed more important than accuracy? Now, when it comes to that, like a competition type of way, I'm gonna say this, in the street as well as in the ring or any type of competition type of thing, I would say they are both just as important. All right. Now, if you want me to just take it from the standpoint of having to pick which one, like one over the other, I would say from the standpoint of fighting in the ring and the standpoint of protecting yourself in the real world in the street from any type of street attack, I would say just for the purposes of picking one, I would go with speed. And the only reason why I say that, because my true answer is both are important. I would say everything is important, and you should develop everything to as best as you can. But picking one or the other, I would go with speed simply for this purpose only, is that if you can move, and it doesn't guarantee you a win or a loss, but having to strike somebody as fast as you can and you catch them off guard, that will a lot of times open that person up for other strikes and for you to do other things to them as far as in an attack mode. All right. So in a nutshell, I would say speed would be important. However, so that's my quick answer on that. Speed would be more important, and like I said before, it's just because if you strike fast enough and catch that person off guard, then that opens them up to be struck in other ways, and that also opens it up for you to be able to attack the person with other techniques. I know how I feel about techniques. I just use the word kind of loosely, but just for explanation purposes, if I'm doing something fast enough, and even if it's nothing that's accurate or nothing that really hurts, but just the fact of it's how fast kind of shocks a person just for the speed alone, regardless of if you actually hit fast and you hit hard and you hit with so much accuracy at the right part of the target that you need to hit. Just the fact that moving fast kind of puts a person in a shock for at least a second or so, or longer, who knows. Some people are, and if you're throwing a series of fast shots, then that can really, in a way, put them in a shock mode and confusing mode because they don't know how to deal with something that fast. And like I said, then that opens things up for you to be able to do other things to the person. And then the same thing in the street, you can do that as well. But like I said, um, and which can be for both street and competition. But speaking on street now, also like you've probably heard me say in previous question and answer videos, is that it's very important to end fights quickly because the longer you go on, the worse it can possibly be for you. There's no guarantees. It might be better, it might be worse, but statistically speaking, if you continue to go on in a fight and not hurry up to do something to stop it fast, you can be out of breath, which could be to your disadvantage and to the advantage of a person, or if it's a group of people, that's to their advantage because some of them can be tired and some of them may not. And so the ones who are tired might take a little quick break while the other ones are pounding you in the head, kicking you or whatever, punching you. So you got to learn how to. It's first of all, it's good that you would go ahead and try to improve your endurance so you won't get tired. So I would say that, but not everybody does that consistently, and some people don't want to do it. And so in that sense, when it comes to the street, the accuracy would be just as important, or it could be maybe vice versa in the street. It's kind of a hard question to answer. It's hard and it's not hard because, like I said, my true answer would be both of them is important, using speed and being accurate, because you can speed things up and be accurate at the same time, and using your power, you can finish things quick. And that way, in case you got to deal with more than one person, you won't be so out of breath as fast because you done made quick work of the first person with speed and accuracy, along with the power involved in it in the strike. So now you taking that person out. Now you can deal with the next one, and you haven't lost a breath or lost a step. All right. So that's my answer for this question here.